take a look at it up close and personal. Hello. Is this unprofessional? I don't care. Hi y'all. So I went to Sephora yesterday, just like a little spontaneous Sephora trip, and I wanted to try the new Sephora collection foundation. I saw this one girl I follow, I believe her name is Julia Havens. I follow her. She does like a lot of like home decor stuff, but she was using this foundation and I was like, I'm not wearing makeup really right now, especially foundation, but I had this sudden urge to try it. So I went to Sephora and I picked it up and I asked you guys on the little community poll, which I've been loving that, by the way. And then also to try out, this was kind of also like another like spontaneous random thing that I bought, was the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer. So I'm not going to put any primers on my face. I literally just washed my face, used the Laneige toning spray, like the moisturizing one, and then the Drunk Elephant serum and the Protini cream. So my skin is prepped pretty much with my skincare. So we're just gonna like, I guess this is not even really like a review. I really just wanna try it. And you guys wanted me to try it. So we're gonna, it's like, I guess kind of like a first impressions. Sorry, I'm taking these brushes out. Haven't even opened it yet, so haven't even tested the color. I didn't even read the claims. I am so not prepared. It's been years since I've done something like this. The details, according to Sephora.com. A medium coverage, natural finish foundation with long-wearing anti-pollution formula that hydrates skin for up to 12 hours and is infused with skincare benefits. She is a pump, little brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I think it looks a little light. I think I should have gotten one shade up probably, but that's okay. Did I say the shade? 10N. I'm gonna go in with this flat top kabuki brush, you know, bringing it old school, I guess. And I'm just, actually when I pat it in, it doesn't look as light. It obviously looks a little bit lighter, I feel like sometimes on cameras, because I have this like obnoxious ring light because this room is the darkest room in the house pretty much. I don't like this brush. I think it's this brush that I don't like. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender or my e.l.f. sponge. Okay, so not too bad. You can see it's kind of covered. I have like redness mostly on like my cheek and my nose area. It's definitely covered. I'm gonna come in closer so you guys can see. So I've turned the light down and you can see it's covered. This is the cheek without anything. This is the cheek with the foundation. I like that it's like a lighter coverage because sometimes you don't need a full, like you don't need a full coverage all the time. Especially now, I should sit back down, hold on. But now I'm definitely more, when I do wear makeup, I don't necessarily need a fuller coverage foundation. Sometimes I really just wanna even out my skin tone. It does give like a nice natural finish like it said. Using this little brush actually to get in there and then going back in with the, I'm just gonna call it a beauty blender. This is the e.l.f. sponge. This is by far, by the way, one of the best sponges I've used. It's better than the Real Technique sponge. It's better than the actual beauty blender. It's really good. So I'm gonna come back in closer again and turn down the light so you guys can kind of like see it. It's definitely, so this is what it looks like. I feel like on camera it definitely looks way more ghostly than it actually is in person. In person it definitely looks very much closer to my actual skin color. I could have maybe gone up like one shade, but in person it looks so much like my actual skin color. I think it's just, let me turn this light off. No, now it's too dark. It's definitely very natural looking, very skin-like, which I personally like. I don't like anything too matte. I don't like anything too dewy because I am kind of, in the wintertime, I feel like my skin is more like normal, like a little more oily in my T-zone, but in the summertime, I'm like oil slick. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just going to test out the Rare Beauty concealer. Okay, So this is in the shade 140C. I'm just gonna do like little dot here. Oh, I do not think I like this. So the concealer color isn't bad. It's definitely more like, it definitely is like a brightening concealer. I just don't like that it's so light. I guess I could have probably did maybe something a little bit more like warm, but the one shade that was like warmer was like way too yellow. It would have been like way too yellow on me. So I think it's, since it's not like a super full coverage concealer, it's not so bad, but again, on camera, it just looks so much worse because how bright the lighting is. So what I'm gonna do is, because I only did go in with such a little bit of that, I am gonna just take some of the foundation and I'm just gonna kind of like go like right where kind of like the concealer ends, almost like on my cheeks, and I'm just gonna kind of like more so like blend that together. This brush is like all covered in the foundation because it keeps rolling in it. Okay, so I think that's better. I think if I'm gonna use this concealer, I need to do the concealer kind of almost like first and then do the foundation on top of it. I kind of don't want to set this concealer just to see how it looks. So we're gonna see how that goes. I mean, I do have creasy under eyes, so, but I just kind of want to see, because sometimes like I can get away with not setting my under eye concealer and I like that look better. Just my personal preference. I'm actually just gonna go in with my Fenty Cream Bronzer in the color Butter Biscuit. I'm super into this. I'm gonna go in with one of the Fenty cream blushes. This is in Petal Poppin'. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the cheek. I actually, as I was like walking out of Sephora, I saw that the Rare Beauty had their cream blushes, and I was like, ooh, I should get these. And then I was like, no. So I finished my eyebrows, and then I actually just took a little bit of my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and I used just kind of like an eyeshadow brush and just kind of patted that down in the center of the forehead where I felt like it was a little bit shinier. I actually think I really like this foundation. I think I actually like the concealer a lot too, but I think going in with it very light and then going over with the foundation, so like there's not like as distinctive as a line. I think it's nice because it's not a super full coverage concealer, and sometimes I feel like I don't need like a lot of coverage, especially when I am just trying to do like a more like natural finish and natural look on the face. I think a lighter coverage concealer is the way to go because I really don't have like super dark circles or anything that I need to really cover. It's more of just kind of like evening everything out. So I was just looking at my footage and I was like, let me just put this camera in like natural lighting. So we are in the natural light. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see how this foundation looks and the concealer, which I don't think it really creases. Like there's like obviously little creases, but that's just how my natural under eye is. It's just a little creasy. I think the foundation looks really nice. Let me zoom you back out. I think it looks really nice. It does look really natural. It does kind of just look like skin, which is kind of the foundation I've been going for. I think you can probably honestly also build this up. Again, I just use that little brush, and I find when you use like a little brush and go in with a beauty blender, you're gonna get like more of a lighter coverage, which is what I was like looking for. But this, I think it looks like a really nice foundation. So if you do just want something more natural, I think it might be a good foundation to kind of check out. Back to your regular scheduled programming with me being a mess, doing a review. But yeah, I mean, for 20 bucks, which again, I don't think I mentioned that, it's $20. I think it's worth checking out. If you are more oily, I would just set like the areas that you get more oily. Like sometimes I get oily like right here. So like, you know, I'd set this area with like a little bit of powder, but I didn't do any highlight or anything. Again, it's just that sheen is really just these cream blushes and bronzers from Fenty, which are fabulous, by the way. So with not setting the under eye concealer with a powder, it's nice. I didn't do a lot, and I think that's kind of like the key to being able to use certain concealers without setting them, is you need to do a little bit, because the more concealer that you have under there, it's, you know, there's a lot of product. So you saw how little concealer I used, and then blending it out with a brush is gonna be great, and making sure your under eyes are hydrated. You wanna make sure that your skin is prepped properly for the products to be on them. I would suggest using an eye gel to prep your under eyes before you put concealer on, just because I feel like it sinks in faster and it's not as greasy. So that is the tip of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really not doing too many makeup reviews anymore, just because, I don't know, like I don't want to just make my channel like all about makeup, because I feel like I get bored and I get limited. But if you did enjoy this, let me know. Maybe I'll throw in a little makeup videos here and there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and comment if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video.